really super odd is how obsessed this weirdo stalker performer is about my clutch and wanting me to be stuck in a dish pit when I was the top server, the lead server, the maitre d', the top paid server. Besides like my Olive Garden college serving gig, there has never been another job where any other server has been tipped more than me that I've worked with. I've always been the top tip server. I've had standing ovations from tables of politicians at a fine dining restaurant called the Uptown Cafe in Montana, Butte, Montana. So why on earth were they so convinced I was going to be working in a dish pit, hidden away from the public, when I have extreme singing and musical skills and talents, as well as extreme design talents? What on earth is going on? People paying people to try to hide this girl. Why does this performer want me so very hidden? Because it exposes the performer for copying someone in order to get popular and achieve fame and success? As to how it relates to my family, my birthplace, all that, I've got a few ideas. But it sounds nuts to all of those except for actual like investigators in the know, you know. But I mean, this whole thing is just wild, and it does need to be turned into a film. Of course, a fantasy one, because nobody would actually believe what all has happened. It's just it's unreal. And it's a miracle I've survived, but that's for a reason. It's because I fight for justice, and I fight for things to get better, for better medical care, and for better opportunities for the next generations, in like, especially when it comes to them being able to own and run their own businesses, because I was really good at that, and that got taken away from me. But someone's super desperate, especially in the area I'm in, with the film industry and the music industry, to have me hidden away in a corner, not seen by anyone, not successful. Why is the weirdo so obsessed with my clutch and me driving an hour and a half to go work a crappy job? Who would do that anyways? No. It was just a little Cinderella part of my story, is it? That's all. That's it. That's all. I will have every single stolen opportunity returned to me in multiplication. That's what's going to happen. That's what's up. Like me being blocked from being involved in Paramount Pictures 1923 when they came to my town, when that opportunity came to me, and a cyber criminal, psycho Ursula, actually interfered with my electronic devices, not just my iPad, with my phone. That was put on a permanent security block after I did not get a response from the casting, the person hired to cast people in that production. It's the same thing with The Voice, my voice audition. It got messed with. I tried to delete some, ones I tried to do on just at-home karaoke in front of the TV to see if it's something that maybe I could use as my audition. And when I went to delete those, they wouldn't erase, they wouldn't go away, because this criminal has actually had people cloning my phone and messing with my accounts and messing with my social media. It's very criminal. It's just unreal that the weirdos still out on the streets. They're dangerous. They need to be locked up. And then everyone that's colluded with them needs to be dealt with. But anyways, like, it took a really long time for me to get that response on that voice audition. And I know exactly what happened. And it was that it was switched out. It was switched out with one of my karaoke videos that wasn't good. Didn't work right. You know what I mean? And it's so obvious. It's all been so obvious. And it can all be traced and tracked. And you're all going down. And I would give a strong warning to anyone trying to deal with this person, to have anything to do with this person. The whole thing is blown up. It's all discovered. If you are taking bribes or payments to come against me, to stop what is, the purpose for my life, to stop me from using my skills and talents and being seen, you will be dealt with legally. So I would highly advise anyone taking money from that psychotic weirdo to not do it, because you're just going to get lumped in with a whole group of criminals. Don't do it. Don't do it. I finally show my right hand, but I'm usually wearing... I still got to get ready. I obviously fell asleep in the clothes that I worked in last night because I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted for working for nothing. And I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to. And it's funny, just as soon as I'm going to get a real job, all of a sudden I'm getting the texts and all of these temp jobs just thrown in my face like mad. But for some reason, I wasn't getting the links and the texts about them before that. If you guys want to have a safe electronic world, you're going to have to make it safe. And that means dealing with and creating new laws to deal with manipulative people that will clone people's devices over and over and over again and interfere with their money. That's illegal. It's illegal to do that. Anyways, I'm usually wearing this bracelet. And I pray for I pray for corrupt people involved in the military to be exposed and removed. But I pray for the military and our police officers as well, and for any wolves in sheep's clothing, anyone that's misusing tax dollars, to be exposed and removed from their positions, and that true justice is established, and that the workers of true justice are enabled to see what they need to see and get the proof that they need to get to create a safer tomorrow for the children. That's what matters more than anything. And if you want to save the reefs, you got to buy local. And so that means supporting children being in business for themselves and supporting more local business and buying local. I could go on and on. I've learned a lot. I know a lot. I'm not going to be hidden in a little corner. That's not what is meant for Miss Sally Ann from Montana. Not by any means. So if anybody is electronically involved with this criminal and committing electronic crimes against me, you will be found out. You're already being found out. I've seen some people in all black running fast across the street to avoid getting arrested. You're all being traced and tracked and arrested. Besides, I'm going to be a way bigger star than that psychotic criminal ever even came close to being. And you stars and you performers can stop using my manipulation in your shows too. That's going to be exposed, and you're going to be removed from those spots. It's going to be about uprightness, and it's going to be about a better message, and it's going to be about supporting the next generations, and it's going to be about evening out the score and creating a new, better world that's a little more fair. People don't need to just gather in and rake in all the dough and have all the money and keep all the greed, and it doesn't need to be a big popularity contest. We're only really holding back progress. And, there's a lot of talented people out there, and I would love to be able to know about more of them. But when you have these psychotic weirdos that are super popular, but they're really criminals, they're really evil, they're really corrupt, hogging the limelight, it's just this world that we're living in it's not right. It needs to be made right. And that's going to happen when people like the one that's been harassing me is put away. And an example is made of their story so other people will not commit these types of crimes. Because if you can't have a safe electronic grid, it will be wiped out and there will be none at all. There's a lot of advantages to the electronic stuff, but it has to be done right. It has to be safe. It has to be safer. And it's not safe at all. I can tell you it's not safe at all because every single device I've had for the last 5 years has been cloned. It's ridiculous. And everyone that's colluded against me is going to be fully exposed. Your whole little slimy, snaky network is being connected. It's being connected. It's being destroyed. It's going down. Because there's better. Love and light wins in the end, and we will win.